Welcome back, guys, to our no damage run of a Boy His Blob for the NES. We are now getting ready to head back to the Blob's homeworld, so go ahead and feed the Blob a root beer jelly bean and turn him into a rocket. Better hope that rocket doesn't blow up while we're in outer space. How is the boy surviving in space anyway? I guess I won't question. Here in the Blob's home planet, there will be peppermints here and there. You'll see them here for just a moment. Right there. Just seen them for a second, but those were peppermints. For every 5 peppermints that you collect, you will get an extra life. Go ahead and check out the Vita Blaster here really quick. I'll show you what each of the vitamins does. Vitamin A curves down, Vitamin B curves down and bounces, Vitamin C goes all the way across the screen. Personally, I find Vitamin C to be the best one to use. Be careful as you pass through these areas with these bouncing marshmallows, I guess is what they are. Whatever the case, just be kind of careful as you pass through. Don't try to run too far ahead, like just because you have a big opening to run past a lot of them, don't do it, because the boy has terrible traction. He'll probably slide into the ones that are right in front of you and you'll die, so yeah, don't try to get too far ahead of yourself. These cherries here that you just see me gun down are exploding cherries. They're death bombs. So don't let them touch the ground, otherwise you will die. So yeah, take care of them as quickly as possible. If you really wanted here on the Blob's home planet, you could turn the Blob into a coconut and throw him, and he'd go ahead by several screens, and as you progress past there wouldn't be any enemies. If you wanted to do that, you could. But that's no fun, in my opinion. I gotta do this, I just have to. That is always fun to me for some reason, using turbo fire on the popcorn. So yeah, as you can see, we just passed a cornfield with popcorn bouncing everywhere. We're now at a factory where I guess they're making candy, I think. Or something like that, but whatever the case, use a tangerine jelly bean to turn them into a trampoline, because you gotta go up and above to turn off a switch. I'm not too worried about collecting peppermints or anything like that, because all that they do is give us 1-ups, which we don't need because we're not taking damage, and 2, they're not treasures, so really they'd just be kind of a waste of time. After you flip that switch, turn the Blob into an umbrella. There we go. You'll have one more of these switches in the little factory area to press. So set the umbrella down around where the end of that candy cane is at, and then turn him back into a trampoline and bounce back up there. Coming up after we get out of the factory here, we'll be going to like a cave type area. The cave type area has some weird things. It doesn't really have any like enemies that you can kill or anything, but it has these things that will try to come down and crush you, and they're pretty quick, so you have to be kind of careful with that. Flip this switch, wait for the Blob to catch up, and then use another vanilla jelly bean to turn the Blob into an umbrella. I said earlier about how the Blob won't eat a ketchup jelly bean. The ketchup jelly bean does still have a transformation effect on the Blob. The transformation doesn't have any sort of use, but it's still kind of a cool little hidden thing. Feed the Blob a honey jelly bean, switch to ketchup, throw a ketchup, and he'll turn into a wall. Like I said though, the wall has absolutely no use or anything, but it's still kind of cool that the ketchup jelly beans do have some sort of transformation effect on the Blob. I'm turning the Blob into a torch right now so that we don't have to wait for him to catch up with us. This area here, we had to pass through all these things that'll try to crush you, so be careful. And you don't want the Blob to fall behind as you're doing all of this. That was pretty close back there. Yeah, you'll get some close calls as you do these. Okay. Go ahead and put the Blob down right there. Switch over to punch, and then feed the Blob a jelly bean. Right below where we're at is a switch that we have to press. Over here to the right. There we go. Now make the Blob a ladder and go up above you. Alright, call the Blob up, feed him a strawberry, and make your way through here. we go. You still have some more of those areas with the things that try to crush you. Here's a transformation I haven't shown so far. Coconut jelly beans turn the blob into a coconut. You can toss the coconut to see what's ahead of you by several screens. And a lot of times whenever you go to progress to wherever the blob rolled to, the enemies will be gone, so you can use it to remove enemies that way. But other than that, there isn't much other use for the coconut. Those gingerbread men look so sad. Here's where we will finally get to see what the lime jelly bean does. Turns the blob into a key. The one and only use for it right here. Time for the final boss of the game. A very, very difficult one too. What do y'all think of that final boss music? Anyway though, you have to get a good running start and then toss the blob an apple jelly bean. And he will become the jack and knock that jar over. And there we have it. Final boss is now down and out. And the evil king is defeated with his own hidden supply of vitamins, and all of Blobaloney salutes their savior. Very cool. Why would the king keep a jar of vitamins around anyway, like the sole thing that would destroy him? I'm just questioning too much again. Well guys, this concludes our no damage run of A Boy and His Blob for the NES. I hope y'all enjoyed watching it. You all know the drill. Comment, subscribe, and all that. Well, thank you for watching.